Well, during the week, we actually visited the Werribee Tigers Football Club and went out and saw exactly how they go about things, their daily routines and their training routines and all the rest of it. Their new coach, Scott West, has been interesting in the way that he has taken to this club and developed in the last 18 months. And let's have a look at the Werribee Footy Club, a close insight into the Werribee Football Club as they exist under Scott West.
It gets paddled back, a snapshot from Ben Ross, and he adds another one. This is extraordinary. 6 goals in the quarter to Werribee. Scott West has seen enough.
Scott, one of your primary philosophies as a coach is to develop players to become better both on and off the field. How important is it to get the balance right, particularly at VFL level, as developing players away from the football ground as opposed to just players on it?
Yeah, look, it's really important for me. Yeah, it's probably been a real eye-opener in my first year of coaching, where I see a lot of players who either fall out of the AFL system or come straight out of the under-18 system that their main focus for a long time has been football. And our environment in VFL is that it's very part-time. We don't get them till 5:30 at night and 3 days a week. So, and the other part of it is there's not a lot of money in it, as opposed to being an AFL footballer. So I've made a real focus this year that each player really has to be concentrating on their off-field behaviours, because at the end of the day, that's what they might have to rely on going into the future. We really encourage ambition, and that ambition is hopefully to get either another go in the AFL system or getting a look in at the AFL system. But if it doesn't happen, you have to have plan B.
Rossi was captain for 2 weeks. He's telling me what to do at training. You're taking the whistle soon.
I mean, it's obvious from talking to you, Scott, that you define success in a range of different ways. I mean, clearly you want to win a premiership. You came so close to making your grand final last year. But what are the other aims that you're trying to achieve?
Yeah, success, obviously, that can be measured in a whole different range of measurements. And we had a successful year last year. It wasn't ultimately successful. Teams who finish outside the 8 can have successful years. But I think if you continue to develop your individuals within the club and people around the club as well, and that staff as well, I think it makes for a successful environment. Everyone wants to be here, and success drives itself then.
Matt Jackdaw, he's kicked one. He's been roosting the ball pretty well today, and he's given Werribee a chance!
Well, the Werribee Football Club has been touted as having probably the best list this year that they've had for around about 20 years, since the club won its first and only premiership back in 1993. There must be something about this place. You give players second chances. They want to come here even if they've been delisted by an AFL club. Your recruiting has been absolutely brilliant. What has been the key?
Well, certainly not money. I know that much. But look, I think part of it is that we're partially aligned with the Kangaroos. We're able to provide probably more senior opportunities than fully aligned clubs. Obviously not as many as standalone clubs, but it is a proud club. It's a club that wants to have success, and with our relationship with the Kangaroos, they want us to have success. They want their players playing in a successful environment. So they were really keen on us to get a strong Werribee list, and we were able to do that. And you just never know at the end of the year whether the Kangaroos have a lot of injuries and we have minimal players and influence from them. I think you've got to be strong on your own list, and that was one of our main aims. And we're lucky enough to be able to get that and produce high quality players on our list.
Tackle. Intensity in the tackle. Close him down. Good. Nearly got his arm. Good.
And I guess in many ways, the Werribee Footy Club started this new raid on the state leagues with Pods coming from having such a storied career at Werribee before heading to Geelong, and Michael Barlow.
Well, they have, and the club really hangs its hat and very proud about the fact, and we roll the names out as often as we can. But yeah, look, it is, and I think the VFL now will become a real pathway for players wanting to get back into the AFL system. I think it's a really good competition, really good football, and I think it's attractive football. And it's really winding the clock back to the suburban days when the AFL or VFL back then were playing all their home games. It's a really good environment at most of at all the VFL grounds, and we know we get a lot of people here, and a lot of people do comment about the environment, nice family-friendly environment, and it's back to suburban footy and at a really good quality level.
Ben Warren from the boundary for number 10. It's close. It's through the middle.
What is it about the culture of this footy club that attracts those players and can retain those players who might have had disappointments at the higher level?
Yeah, look, it's probably it's a little bit of a difficult question for me to answer because I've only been here the 18 months, but I know you know, through the recruitment of Ben Ross, Lee Harding and Milky Warren, Ben Warren, is that it is a great reflection. I think it's a great reflection on the Werribee Football Club, is that, you know, their aligned club you know, delisted them for one reason or another, but they were still wanting to stay involved in the Werribee Football Club that are still aligned with the club that they were with. So and you can put, you know, Ben McKinley in that as well. So look, I think part of the reason is we really want to be successful. And I'm not saying no other club does, but, you know, we pride ourselves on wanting to be successful. We pride ourselves on developing players and continue to developing players in the environment.
Yeah, so it is a tackle drill. We call it the tackle grid, but yeah, get up fast. Corral, get up fast, play the tackle. Other one. Terrific, right spot to receive. Too many guys, see a guy get tackled, twist, turn, and they want to get the ball there. That's when we top it up.
You stand here having been in this job for 18 months. You were an assistant coach at Melbourne, and obviously something attracted you about being a senior coach in charge of your own team. You look pretty happy with the decision at this stage?
Yeah, look, it's probably forced upon me a little bit. I was out of contract when Mark Neal took over the job. I wasn't recontracted and really didn't know where I was going to head. I really want to coach. I have ambitions, as I hope all our players have ambition. But this opportunity came up, and, you know, having spoken to a lot of people I respect their decisions. They said coaching your own club and your own team and really getting into it is probably the right pathway to where you want to head. And look, it's been a priceless experience, one that you know, I'm really thankful that I've done for a whole range of reasons. And, you know, the support that I've had not only from the Werribee Football Club, but for, you know, other coaches within the VFL. There's been, you know, people that I've known in AFL that are still involved that have been terrific support. You know, really thankful for that, and, you know, really loving the experience of doing it.